Hello everybody, this is my Christmas vlog, so I wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, especially because the last one wasn't one of the best. So today we are in the days of the winter solstice, and this is a very important date because this is the shortest and darkest day of the year. And since the prehistoric times there was the worry that this would be the end of the world because the sun was not rising, was sort of standing in the same place for days, and also there was the apparent death of nature. So since prehistoric times, but also in historic times, because we know this from Egyptian, Greek and Roman myths, there were celebrations, ceremonies, sacrifices and all a series of rituals to please the gods and save the world from destruction. And in Roman times, the winter solstice marked the most important feast of the Roman calendar, which was the Saturnalia. Saturnalia originally were dedicated to Saturn and then switched to Dionysus and also Osiris. What they were doing for the Saturnalia was very similar to what we do today, because they were, for example, decorating trees, they were having banquets, they were exchanging gifts, there were family reunions, there were religious ceremonies, and also they were staying awake at night waiting for the dawn because they wanted to see if the sun was going to rise again. This was a way of celebrating also the transition between the old year and the new year, because for the Romans and for the ancient world, the time was a cycle which followed the cycle of the seasons. So it was starting with winter solstice and going all the way around spring, summer and autumn, and then winter again. And so there were this celebration of the transition from the old year to the new year. Actually, this is part of a tradition. There never was a break between pagan traditions and Christian traditions. There is always a transformation. Also because of family values, family meeting, exchanging gifts is part of our way of living and part of our culture, so this will never change. Another thing is that many times people believe that studying the Saturnalia and all these cults and rituals and ceremonies of the ancient world is a sort of studying superstitions. But I always say that if you don't study the way of life of the Romans, their cults, their religion, if you don't get into their frame of mind, you will never be able to understand why they were doing some things and why they were living in a certain way. And then, usually people are teasing Italians or especially Neapolitans because of horoscopes. Everybody is reading the horoscope in this time of the year. For me, it's really funny to say that the most advanced state in the world, which is so technological, so computerized, the United States, also is the most superstitious one, because if you go into the States you will never find the 13th floor in a building, and also on airplanes you have the place 12A. So this really is a superstition, but in the United States is all over, while in Italy is a little bit less. So this is really something to think about. So with this I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Most of all, I will take a break for a few days and then see you again next year for a new series of videos. Thank you so much.